This is Euskotren, probably one of the most confusing rail lines in the entirety of Spain. Is it a metro, regional rail line, or scenic tourist railway? That's what we are gonna explore today, as I make the almost 3-hour long journey from Bilbao to San Sebastian along this strange narrow gauge railway. Hello from the Bilbao-Matiko railway station, the starting point of the train service to San Sebastian, which looks a lot like a regular metro station. If you walk to the station, be aware it's located up on a steep hill. The station itself is fairly small, with just some fare gates and a small information desk as well as ticket machines. Buying a ticket is fairly straightforward. The machines comes in 3 languages. You want to buy an anonymous barrack card and load 10 euros on it to go to San Sebastian. And then it's just to tap your phone on the card reader. All set, let's get our card and go through the barriers. I'm actually not entirely sure how much it actually costs to go to San Sebastian, as the only way of finding fare information online seems to be this PDF, and I have no idea which one is the fare to San Sebastian. Anyway, let's head down to the train. Trains to San Sebastian always leaves from the platform on the right hand side. This station definitely screams metro and not terminus for 3 longer regional rail lines. As you can see here on the map, San Sebastian is really far away actually. The station is clean and pleasant, but there's nothing here in terms of shops and services, so don't arrive too early. Trains leave for San Sebastian at 55 minutes past the hour, every hour for most of the day. A few moments later, our train emerges from the tunnel around 4 minutes before departure. Our train is formed of one of the 900 series trains built by CAF specifically for use on the meter gauge network here in the Basque country. They are capable of speeds of up to 90 km per hour. Anyway, let's head on board and see what kind of interior they put on these trains. These are looking very metro-like, which probably isn't good for an almost 3-hour journey, but hey ho, let's sit here. Settled in here on the train, we are now ready to leave Matiko station right on time. Which means it's time for the route map. We are on board a E1 service from Matiko station here in Bilbao, which makes several intermediate stops including Durango, Eibar, Eibar, Zumaia, Orio, and finally Amar Donostia in San Sebastian, after a journey time of 2 hours and 42 minutes. The distance travelled equates to 110 kilometers, which gives the train an average speed of just 41 kilometers per hour. The initial part of the journey is spent mostly in metro-like tunnels under the city of Bilbao. But soon enough, we emerge from the tunnel under the city. The line quickly changes pace from what seems like a bustling metro system to a more rural regional railway. But as charming as it is to watch the train curve its way through these small towns, the same cannot be said about the seats. They are definitely more of the metro style, being hard plastic seats with no power outlets, no amenities or anything. Considering these trains were purpose built for this line in 2011, it does seem like a bit of a missed opportunity not to have gone for a more regional rail metro hybrid style of seating. The lack of power outlets or USB chargers also seems strange to me, but these trains should be coming up on a midlife refurbishment fairly soon, so maybe they can be added then. We are now arriving into Eibar station, just under halfway along the route to San Sebastian. The town is known for its metal manufacturing and production of small firearms. And it's also right after this station, the railway really starts to become scenic. We're now in the town of Eibar, where we meet with one of the Bilbao-bound trains. The line is mostly single-tracked, so in a lot of places we have to wait for an oncoming train to clear the line before we can proceed. After a stop here, we turn away from the river with the same name as the town and run along the coast out to the Bay of Biscay for a short section. The run along the coast is short-lived, and we are soon back a bit further inland. Anyway, let's go and have a look at the rest of the train. I really like these large route maps found up above on the wall. The layout is indeed very metro-like, with tippered seats by the doors, as well as some longitudinal seating. A nice feature of these trains is that they are fully walk-through, so you can easily get between carriages. They are also fully accessible, with step-free boarding at most stations. And on 10 of the units running these longer services, they have fitted a toilet on board as well. Definitely needed on a long journey like this. The toilet is also of the accessible kind. The door can easily be locked when the buttons start flashing. The toilet is looking very clean. The water is working. There was toilet paper. And the flush seems to be working as well. So, good job, Euskotrain. And in the area right next to the toilet is where you will find the accessible space for wheelchairs. For the final part of the journey, we get to watch the sun set over the hills here in the Basque country. I was actually quite surprised how scenic this line actually is, as I had originally not even planned to travel on it. On this travel day, I was heading from Zaragoza to San Sebastian, and had originally planned to head up the Cranfrag line and then via Pau, Bayonne and Hendaye to San Sebastian. But as the French, as usual, were completely incapable of running a functional railway, I had to look for an alternative way to get to San Sebastian. So I ended up just catching a direct Zaragoza-Bilbao train and then getting on this narrow gauge railway towards San Sebastian. At this railway viaduct we join with the western end of the San Sebastian metro line. That's right, once again this railway line continues its identity crisis about being a metro or regional railway line. And soon enough we go down to another metro-like tunnel to run through San Sebastian before arriving into the railway terminus at Eibar Donostia. We even catch a glimpse at some unfinished infrastructure. Seems like there is space to add a switch to another underground railway tunnel here. If you know anything about it, please let me know in the comments. Where would this line go? As we're coming out of the tunnel now, we are approaching the final destination of our train. And I have to say, the scenic views on this line are great, and I really enjoyed this train ride to my surprise. The only major issue with it is the seats are definitely not usable for a 2-hour 40-minute journey like this. If you're visiting San Sebastian, I would definitely recommend taking this line from Bilbao, but if you're a more regular user of the line, I don't see any reason why you wouldn't get the bus. It's probably more comfortable and it's faster and probably also cheaper. Normally I would explain how much the ticket for a journey like this costs, but I genuinely have no idea as I can't work it out from the PDF on the Euskotrain website. I'd assume it's around €7, which is good value for money considering the distance travelled. There is no discount for purchasing in advance or seat reservations. So just turn up to the station and buy a ticket from the machine and off you go. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like, maybe leave a comment and subscribe to the channel. I try to upload a video like this every Sunday. You can also follow me on Twitter, where I post live from my travels in real time and complain about France. You can find me at Intercity Simon or press the link down in the top of the description. Thanks so much for watching, I hope to see you back for another video.